Welcome in, everybody. Give me 1 second. I'm still getting things set up. Do. I am too, Alec, but hello, Dino Nerd. Hello, Scared Thief. Scarred Thief. My dyslexia is getting the better of me. I apologize. When's the launch? The launch will be at about 5:30 Central Standard Time, or 6:30, or around 6:30 Eastern Time. So, we'll be playing for a few hours. I'm just getting this set up real quick, and then we will get going. Okay. You going to prank us today? I say that because it's April 1st. I'm not good at jokes. Last year's was funny though. Do y'all remember what the April Fool's joke we did last year was? Were any of you around back then? I know my audience has grown quite significantly since the last time April Fool's Day rolled around. Hello, Francesco Toon. Hello. That's the prank, the fact that there is no prank. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Guess you'll have to see. Bring that down to a 70. Alright. Whoa. Here we go. Nano. Actually, speaking of Nano Tyrannus, who in here remembers the artwork I showed for the potential VTuber model that I want to get? Last year on whose channel? Oh, yeah, that was the joke. We all posted a video on the other person's channel. Yeah, us on the Paleopod. A lot of fun. PT Semi-Real might be a little full, but I want to play on this one. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I showed off the VTuber model, right? And it had like the Nano Tyrannus skull. It is Nano Tyrannus. It's specifically Jane that I based the skull on. So I have some cool news regarding that. And the news is that the character design is somewhat finalized at the moment. I say somewhat because I wasn't able to design the clothes. Because clothes are hard. And so I just kind of threw in some inspiration for what I would like him to wear. And I have handed him off to an artist. Or at least I am about to. So we're a lot closer to that than I thought we would be in the last few weeks. So you know what? I'm really excited about that. I'm back. This is a game of chess real quick. Fair enough. Well, welcome back, Dino Nerd. But yeah, we're gonna check out the new Metri TLC. And I kind of want to like talk about dinosaurs and space. That was the original title of my Aliens and Dinosaurs video. It was Dinosaurs in Space. But yeah. Just finished making PNG Tuber as well. Can't wait to see it soon. Would love to start content creating. Yeah, that'd be cool for you, man. I saw Dino Guy got held hostage in that one short by Jurassic Star. Yeah. I saw that yesterday. I think I reposted that. But yeah, no, he went out to, was it the Denver Museum? Yeah. Man, he's lucky. You know, it's one of these days I want to like stroll up to the museum that Dino Guy volunteers at, and I just kind of want to show up. Just show up unannounced. I think that would be fun. So are black holes crazy or what? Oh yeah, black holes are nuts. The wild thing about black holes to me is that we knew that they existed before we saw them. Just because of how we figured, or I suppose, just because of how Einstein figured the universe should work, or would work based off of, like, physics and stuff like that, he was able to predict black holes before we even could see them. Before we invented the technology to see them. Which is nuts. I find that wild. That's also why I made such a big point when I talked about, like, what would happen to a civilization that lived right beyond the event horizon of a black hole, right? Like, let's say they have a stable orbit in their star is orbiting this giant black hole, and they're in a stable orbit around it. What does that do to an alien civilization, you know? What does the presence of massive celestial bodies have on an alien civilization? Oh, man. Trying to get a picture. Here we go. Yeah, that works. Oh, man. No, I'm really excited for the Artemis 2 launch, though. It's been something I've been keeping my eye on for quite a while. And I'm very, very excited that it's going today. Dismantle it. Yeah. Would make for a sick mythology, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. Because, like, okay, do you know what, the gas giant, if you've ever seen Avatar, right? You know how Pandora is a moon? It's a moon with habitable conditions, and it has life and stuff like that. That gas giant is named Polyphemus. Do you know where that name comes from? It does a lot to them, but what exactly? That's for your mind. Yeah, suppose time dilation could do a lot with that as well. But Polyphemus, the name Polyphemus for the gas giant, is based off of the Cyclops from the Odyssey. The Cyclops that has all of the sheep and lives in the cave. It's, I don't know. They do stuff like that in Mass Effect as well. There are systems that are very clearly discovered and named by humans. Entire clusters, right? Because there's the Artemis Tau cluster, and then there are some systems that will have exclusively, like, there's one system that has exclusively Norse names for their stars and planets, and it's crazy. Greek mythology, he's a Titan who stole. Oops, wrong Poly. No, yeah. You're thinking of crap, I can't remember his name now. It was Prometheus. It's not a Poly anything, it's a Prometheus. But yeah. He's the one that stole fire and gave it to the humans. Extraordinary? Yeah. Man, there was something that came out like a few months ago that a theoretical warp drive is actually possible, or at least not in like the sci-fi kind of way, but a machine to bend space and time in front and behind you is entirely possible to, at least I think. I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert on this subject, but I remember seeing something like that. Paulie was just minding his own business, then you see, oh, you call him by his Roman name. Wow. Or is that how you actually spell Odysseus? Maybe I'm the uncultured one. I know the Romans call him Ulysses, which is where we get the name Ulysses. The Romans tell a much more I don't want to say interesting, but a much more... Oh, wait, hold on. Dino Guy put out a video today, and I want to see if he did an April Fool's. Italian, we call... Ah. I haven't seen Dino Guy's video today. Hold on. Oh, I wanna. He's turning into Am. That's good. Wait, DinoFax put out a video too. Hold on, I want to see what he did. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, that's good. I liked that. Dino came Pseudosukian, dude. Oh, did he now? Hi everyone. Hello, Zanuck. Yeah, that line Volcanodon is still valid. True. I should read or watch. I don't have a... Oh! I don't know. I don't think there's a show, but there is a comic if you really want to get into it. I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream is an interesting work of literature. And of course, if you're a fan of The Amazing Digital Circus, which is going on right now, I think their final episode's going to be in June. But that show is based off of I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream. So, yeah. Yeah. You should probably, Sore Patet. No. I don't even know if they could have had those. I don't even know if that's possible for them to have had. I mean, I suppose they would have. Okay, I was about to leave queue because we had been at 6 forever, which probably means we're going to be at 5 for even longer. Oh, boy. Are we talking about the kind of cool technical parade? Kind of cool technical parade? What are you talking about? Dang, I didn't know Dino Guy actually hated a dinosaur. I didn't either. You know, it's just, and you know what? I kind of agree with him. I kind of agree with Dino Guy. He's right. It is objectively a bad dinosaur. It is. It is. Do I have a dinosaur hate? I don't think I do. My first, okay. Here's the thing. I've never had a dinosaur that I've hated. I've had dinosaurs that I've disliked, like Nano Tyrannus, because I didn't appreciate at the time how many people actually thought it was valid, and I thought it had been settled that it was a juvenile T-Rex. Lo and behold, I was wrong. But even still, I don't think I could ever say I hated it. Hello, creature with internet. Never usually get on Paleopod live because of the time zones. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Which, by the way, hey, I've got some unfortunate news for viewers of the Paleopod who are hanging out in chat with me. There's probably not going to be an episode or a Guess That Paleo Art, or there will be a Guess That Paleo Art this week. Don't worry. But next week, there is not going to be an episode Guess That Paleo Art or D&D because this weekend is Easter, and a lot of us will be with family or out of town, so yeah. Okay, so we want to play Metri. I probably should have gone the other way, but oh, there it is. By the way, love the new textures on this guy. He looks great. Okay, 10% vocal effect duration, 15% nighttime stamina recovery, 25% nighttime health recovery. I kind of like the big and bulky look either way, so I'm probably going to do this one. The new Metri is kind of a, yeah, I know. It is a really good glow up. I love how, notice, you want to know my favorite thing? This right here, the lips. Do you see how the lips kind of jut out a bit? That is perfect. I love that. I love Metri's new face so much. The rest of it is pretty good as well, but the face is my favorite part so far. But yeah. Is it a mod? No, this is vanilla. This is vanilla Metri. I am going to call you... I will call you Rough Hide. Because you are poisonous. Yeah, it's got lips. Yes! Suchus lips, by the way. I wish there was a new mod featuring Sakabambaspis. That thing would be so small, it would be so annoying so fast. I really don't think people are ready for these smaller animals from the Paleozoic to be in this game because of how small they are. We're so used to like giant dinosaurs that like you add something like Anomalocaris. By the way, look, Anomalocaris is the size of your hand. Latinavenatrix, one of the smallest playables in the game, is the size of a person. Y'all aren't ready for how small some of these prehistoric animals get. Like, it's nuts. Symmetry is what Jurassic Park Dilo IRL. I did not mean to sit down. Or to stand up. Sorry. Not IRL, but in this game, yes. Should have called him Pug. Well, no, because I have a friend named Pug, and that feels insulting. We need a Sea Scorpion mod. There are Eurypterids that could work very well. Ready for a Paleozoic small boys? We'll see. I don't think most people are because of how small they actually are. Big ones? Yeah, there are some big Eurypterids that you could do. There are some really big Eurypterids that you could do. They would probably be about the size of Latin, if not a little bigger, because again, Latin is the size of a person. And that's what you got to remember with this game. This game messes with your sense of scale a lot. And you have to remember that humans are really small. And we're just really big. At least a lot of the playables are. By the way, something I've noticed, they moved the Waystone. The Waystone used to be right here. They moved this Waystone. And they also got rid of the Waystone that was... I feel like there was another waystone somewhere around here. I don't remember where exactly, but I remember there being a waystone over here, but it just doesn't exist anymore. So it's weird. Which synapsid is your favorite? Those are all dynapsids. Those are all diapsids, Argentinosaurus. How long have you been streaming, bro? And how much longer? We've been live for about 20 minutes, and we will stay live for at least another 2 hours. Because we're hanging out before Artemis 2 gets launched, and Artemis 2 is due to be launched at about 5:30 p.m. my time. And it is currently 2:20. But yeah. I got no beef with KTO. KTO makes some extraordinary mods. But I'm not a fan of how Nanooksaurus was balanced. And that's I'm mainly saying this because my comment is I wish there was a better Nanooksaurus. If I had the money, I would send Nautilus a DM and be like, I will pay you like $2,000 to make a good Nanooksaurus mod. To make like the best one that you can. Because I'd obviously have to get myself a skin as well. I'd have to. For the mod itself. But sorry, maybe me saying an actual like a good Nanooksaurus mod was me throwing shade at KTO. Don't look at it that way. That's not what I mean. I just have complaints over the size KTO gave it and the lack of skins. In terms of abilities, I really like how unique it is, but it just doesn't find a good niche within the ecosystem, I don't think. And that's the really unfortunate part about that. But man, if I would make Nanook like smaller than Dasp but bigger than Alio, somewhere between those, and give it full feathers. Give it feathers on the face. Give it feathers on its legs. Full plumage. The whole 9 yards with it. How far away is that albino? Oh, it's pretty far. Okay. Alright, well, there's probably someone already chasing it, if I'm being honest. Make it fluffier? Yes, exactly. Like, look, okay. Does Nanooksaurus live in a part of the world that would require an animal like itself to have full plumage like that? Probably not. Let me be completely honest here. If Nanooksaurus... Oh my god! Okay. We got... Got the Giga Serpent over here. There's a Silosaurus on my tail. Oh my god, look how big it is. Okay, yeah, this Silosaurus is gonna be a problem. Oh my god. April Fool's on the server. Oh, is this PT's? Yeah, because we're on PTSR. Whoa! Wow, that's crazy. An idea. Primeval mod skins, obviously. Pested, no. Yeah, that would be cool. I've talked to friends about a potential, like, primal spin, or like a DLC that they could do. That'd be sick. Man, that was a big snake. Jesus. I'm used to seeing snakes and stuff like that in the Divine Beast servers, because their servers are naturally boosted to a point that, like, the alpha critters are the size of a T-Rex's leg, which is big. Very big. I've seen turtles the size of cars in those servers. It is nuts. But that is not comment on this one. I don't even think that's Titanoboa size. That might have been bigger. It might have been bigger than our estimations for Titanoboa. Again, you know, sense of scale is lost on me at the moment. Okay, I heard something next to me and I just panicked. I was gonna stop and like eat the food I had in my mouth, but there was something walking around next to me. Welp, I'm out. Catch you later. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, but I'm not coming with you. I'm gonna eat the snack. Alright. By the way, do you guys know about this snake? The wannabe? You guys know anything about it? Because I recently learned a bit about it. Turns out, giant prehistoric snake from Australia. Who would have figured? Australia had giant snakes, too. I don't know what prehistoric Australia was cooking up, but they had to reel it in. And it's still crazy. They still got crazy stuff over there. Yeah, it's I don't know too much about it itself. I just found I heard someone talking about it and I was like, "Oh, I know that name. That's the Path of Titan snake. I remember that." And I found out it's from Australia and I'm like, "Well, go figure." Okay, well something's fighting something over here. Merry Christmas. Thank you, full stop. Isn't it related to incest? Wouldn't surprise me. Okay, I did hear something screaming though. Okay. So chat, I'm gonna ask you guys something. Do we stay in the highly populated Citrus Forest and quest, or do we dip and go somewhere else? Because this is high risk, high reward. Citrus Forest is a great place to grow. It's just very, very heavily trafficked. You get people coming and going out here so often. Mostly because it connects to 3 other really good questing spots. Not even 3. It connects to a lot of good questing spots. Dip. Okay. Got ostracized dip. Option, it's Australia. Are we surprised that their fossil record is as weird as, if not weirder than modern? Yeah, true. That is true. The sounds of collecting stuff, I don't know why. It does have a very satisfying, sound to it. I listen to ASMR sometimes, and listen, okay. I had to get YouTube Premium because I just got so fed up of turning my phone off and then listening to ASMR, and then somewhere between the beginning and end of a video is an ad. I had to get YouTube Premium, but let me say this. There's a special place down under for YouTubers that put ads in the middle of their ASMR videos. There's a special place for them down there. And that's my opinion, full stop. Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god. Hold on, hold on. I just saw your question, Argentinosaurus. You're gonna have to give me a second. One of these fast little dudes is on my tail. Go away! Go away! Oh! Uh-oh. If they spot me, I'm dead. I don't know what they are, but if they spot me, I'm dead. Oh, those are, Desmatosukis! That's Desmatosukis, I think. Come on. Come on, get me up here! Get me up here! Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay. You know what? We need to chill out there. That is a fish on land. Okay. Give me 1 second, because I don't recognize that name, Sir Argentinosaurus. Oh. I think I was sitting on their nest. I think I was sitting on their nest. I was sitting on their nest, no! My bad, guys. My bad, guys. Whoops. Okay, real quick. Oh, that's my Discord, not my browser. Opinion on Claude Rex. Oh! Oh, it's a giant gator. I feel like I've heard of this thing before. Yeah, Pliocene to Pleistocene. Very nice. Okay, oh wow, there's 3 of them down there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go this way again. This piece of I just thought amphibians are going to evolve again, seeing mud skippers and stuff. I don't think it's that mud skippers are evolving. I think it's just that they've always kind of been like that. They've kind of always just been like that. They're just whoa. Allosaurus. Okay. Accurate depiction of a Metri in Europe. Getting jump scared by the local allosaurs. Oh, look at them. Look at these weird dudes. Look how weird they are. Okay, they have spotted me. But I think they know I'm not a threat. Whoa. We got there's an allosaur right there that's trapped. Or wait, no, is that the allosaur's nest? Is that an allosaur? It's very thin. I can't really tell from right here. I want to say it is. What are they? Those are, those little dudes walking around are Dynamasuchus. That might be, an acro, actually. I cannot tell. I don't know. Allosaurid of some kind. I'm waiting for my quest to refresh. Or actually, better yet, I could... Ooh, you're gonna be a problem. You're gonna be a problem. Okay, I can't stay in Big Tree Overlook. We gotta go. We gotta go. We're heading west. We're going to Tangled Forest. Something like that. I think that's its name. I don't know. I don't have the brain capacity right now to figure that out, because I feel like I'm running for my life right now. I'm hearing so many things. I can make that. I can make this. Don't worry, guys. I got this. Oh my god. I did not believe in myself, but I should have. Got it. What do you think would be the victor? A pack of asylum wolves or a group of Utah raptors in path? Oh yeah, you're a problem. You're gonna be a problem. You're gonna be a big problem. I mean, depends on how big a pack of wolves are and how many Utahs you've got together. Sup? Oh, is that you? Is that you as the hats? You're the hats? Okay. Okay. Alright, alright. I feel a little safer now. I feel a little safer. Even still, I was worried. I could see him coming. I think, you might be the only person that can really witness the amount of delay that I have on stream. Stream delay is intended, and it's there for a reason. But... Man, my allergies are acting up as of recent, and it's really... My April Fool's is to scare ya. Ah, okay. That's fair. I see. Man, I'm not happy that spring is here. All my allergies are acting up and stuff. Oh yeah, you have quite stream delay. Yeah, it's there for a reason, I promise. The early bird gets the worm, in this case you. I don't like being the worm in this metaphor. It doesn't bode well for my survivability. What would be the closest would be coastland swamp, or no, it would be Stillwater. Stillwater, which would be right across here. Yeah, actually, let's go across here. Let's hit that waystone, and we'll get like a ton of growth as well. We're just kind of venturing into different POIs and getting the growth from exploring. It was really funny that we ended up sitting on a Desmatosuchus' nest. I thought it was just a randomly generating nest. I didn't know it was theirs. Oh, man. Okay. What are the odds this place is also just full of people? Everywhere is full of people. Oh, my God. There are people everywhere. God, it's my worst nightmare. Man. This whole area, yeah, so we've noticed. It's just crammed full of people. I'm glad I'm not on, like, any of my bigger carnivores right now, because I feel like I would get on, and they would be just instantly murdered by something. I do have to go back to Big Tree Overlook for a quest, though. I could do the Didelphinon quest, but I know of 2 easier quests that we can do real quick while we're out here. There's that guy right there, and then there's this quest, which we can get on the way back. Watch a Sarco get you while you're swimming. One of these days, it'll happen. So far, I have not had it happen to me yet. So far, I have not had a Sarco grab me yet. I've gotten grabbed by Tylos, and I've you know, survived and died to them, but I have not been got by a Sarco. At least not on this map. Not on this map. On Gondwana and Pandura, though? Oh, yeah, plenty of times. Plenty of times. Want to buy PT just to play as Ramp? Ramp's got an interesting play style. And okay, well, I heard something big in a hats. Ramp does not do any damage, though. So don't go around thinking that you're going to latch onto these giant carnivores and do damage to them, because you're not. Ramp doesn't do damage. I wish they would let ramps fight other ramps, though. Can I get a piece of this? Okay, thank you. That would be a lot of fun. Still may I crash into a rock? Uh-oh. Started playing Path way after the permadeath game mode. What are your thoughts on it? Oh god, I did not play the permadeath game mode a lot, but I do remember having a pretty successful run with an Allosaur. I had an Allosaurus that lived for, I want to say, a grand total of 7 hours total. I had gotten it to adulthood, and I had done pretty well for myself. I thought that I felt that people were a lot more cautious towards both myself and other dinosaurs, which maybe hot take, but I actually really liked that. When there's that moment of like you've just locked eyes with this other dinosaur and you're not exactly sure what its intentions are. There is so much more tension in that with permadeath simply because you don't want to lose your playable. I think permadeath is like, okay, look, I've always complained about permadeath in the Isle, and I still will, because I think it's a little dumb. But if you have an entire separate game mode dedicated to it, there you go. The people who want to play permadeath, play permadeath. The people that don't want to play it, don't. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I never thought I'd ask, it's because of, do we have any dinosaurs attempt hibernation? Do you know? So, I would say that maybe calling it hibernation isn't the correct way, but you do have reptiles like crocodilians today that will go into brumation, which is a similar state of dormancy throughout the colder months. This is probably how a lot of reptiles survived the KT extinction, especially the crocodilians. I don't know if there are any I'm not super knowledgeable on birds themselves, so someone can tell me, but I'm fairly certain there would be a few birds that also just do a similar thing. So it wouldn't surprise me if dinosaurs did it. We found a huge Tanystrophus. Oh lord. Giant Gonifolus watching currently, I can confirm. Oh. So Permadeath gave a dinosaur documentary, Tense Standoffs. Love that. Yeah, it was fun. Because, okay, look. If they added permadeath, would I play it? Maybe. Would I play it a lot? Probably not. But that was something I did enjoy about it. That it gave a more realistic approach to how exactly you approached encounters. Now, when they did permadeath, though, and this is something I have to stipulate, when they did permadeath as in it was solo. So they had groups disabled, they had waystones disabled and stuff like that. So that might have also played into how well that experience goes as well. Just the fact that, like, there's no large Discord groups walking around killing everything that moves. But it was fun when I did play it. I know solo matchmaking is still out, but I do wish permadeath came back. I'd do a permadeath stream. That would probably be fun. Okay, so we have enough growth now to make it to adulthood. We've just got to live long enough to, well, experience this growth. Okay. We're going to go this way because I need milk caps for another quest. What was the, there was a giant hadrosaur that got found recently, wasn't there? I remember, Chip was talking about it the other day. So, yeah, it had, like, these really tall neural spines. Oh, wow, you really didn't make it far from the burrow, did you? That was a heavy step. Give me 1 second, Argentinosaurus. That was a hefty step. Okay, well, someone's destroying another player's nest over there from the sound of it. I'm just gonna mind my business. We're gonna do the ancient technique of minding my business. Blah, blah, blah. One of the sail downs is back through the yeah, that one. I don't remember its name off the top of my head, but how weird is that dude? How weird is that? The giant sail running down the tail and stuff like that. I wonder if that has implications for like the sail that we found on the sail that's not actually a sail on like at Montosaurus and stuff. Let me Quincana. I feel like I've seen the Quincana before. Yeah, it's got like it's one of these tall skulled crocodilians. Yeah. Late Oligocene to the Pleistocene. Wow, this guy was around for a hot minute. Pretty neat. You seen that bird that was thought to be a subspecies turned out to be a new genus, and we've seen them for years? I do remember that, actually. That was something that I caught wind of because I believe Paige, she does Olsky County, or Olsky County, however you want to pronounce it. She was talking about that on her Instagram story, like when that happened. So I did catch wind of that. I didn't like look too much into it, but I did hear about it. Daily video. Yeah. Him and Chip were the ones I heard about it from. I think I saw the paper and I put it in the Discord first, but yeah. Hey, here we go. More milk caps. I need these. There we go. And I need to gather more milk caps. And that Bagaceratops is screaming, and if he keeps doing that, I'm gonna eat him. Oh, I have unclaimed quests. There we go. He's still screaming. I will still eat you. Not really. I'm kind of full up on hunger. I will warn you, there is a bunch of Metris in your area. Sooner or later, I'll run into them, and it's going to be sooner rather than later that I get jumped and they commit cannibalism. Okay, it might be really soon, actually. I just caught sight of one of them. Actually, that looked like a conch. I might be wrong. I caught, like, a very brief glimpse of... Okay, the fact that you're over there is kind of warning enough for me to kind of get lost. Okay, alright. Related to each other? Very cool. Whoa. Oh, that was an Austroraptor that they have with them. That's a Metri right there. Time to go. Time to go. It is time 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 go. Cross that? I don't know if I can cross that, but I can cross this. You would be impressed by how much oxygen the Metriacanthosaurus has and how fast it is at swimming when it is drowning. You would be very, very surprised. Okay. I think I've put enough distance between us. What's your highly controversial speculative take on prehistoric animals? I don't know if I have a highly controversial take. No, I don't think I have a highly controversial take. I think I stay pretty, like, close to the median of certain takes. I think I'm a big fan of Tarbosaurus depicted with a dewlap. That's my take. I like Tarbosaurus depicted with a dewlap because it might have had a dewlap. Is there other good evidence of ants in the fossil record other than the amber? And hot take, I dislike the ant mod in Path of Titans. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the mod or the ant or the spider, to be completely honest. Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving is what we're about to do. Actually, we're gonna leave this area. Other than the amber, I'm not entirely sure. I have not picked up a lot of knowledge about invertebrate paleontology, which is a shame. It is probably a really cool field of science that I'm missing out on. But I know that we have evidence of ants since, like, the Jurassic, I want to say. But yeah. Rare discoveries. I do too. That would be really cool to see more discoveries of. Is that adult sauropods can gallop? Absolutely not. Like, let's be honest here. You don't actually think that. Because that's not possible. They would crush their bones immediately. Their bones would be rendered into a fine dust. They're fast though. I'll say that. Sauropods could have been fast because of how much ground they could cover in such a short amount of time because of how big their legs were. But galloping is not something I think that is possible with them. What's supposed to take is that Cryo and Dilo are related to one another? They might be. Again, those two are kind of just labeled Neotheropoda, and everyone's like, okay. I think there used to be a Dilophosauridae family or something like that. What are your thoughts on Stygimoloch being Apache and PK? I'm not against it. Whether or not Spinifer is valid or not, you know, that's a whole different discussion. But I'm always down to see that we're getting some more diversity. Because, like, even when... Because, like, okay, think about it like this, right? There's many different types of tigers in the world. What, there's like 4 or 6 different species of tiger? Or even subspecies in that regard? So I like it when we get variations like this, because it allows us to do, like, cool things with, like, oh, this pachyrhino is found to the, like, make up lore and stuff, right? It's like, this pachyrhino is found closer inland, near, like, the bogs and freshwater rivers, while this one's more coastal and feeds off of, like, coastal plants, like or not conifers, but, like, ferns and stuff like that. So I think that would be really good. I don't know why, but I believe that hadrosaurs would have, penguins and swans. Yeah, I don't doubt that either, honestly. A galloping sauropod would be the closest we get to Jenga flesh and bones. Yeah. What about a baby sauropod galloping? Baby sauropod galloping's a little different because you don't have the extra weight. You ever play to instantly fast. But as their explanation for not being able to gallop, but even if you scale an elephant down to a human size, it can't gallop because of its leg anatomy. Okay. So are you not factoring weight into this? And are you saying that there is an overlying similarity between the anatomy of sauropod? No. You're arguing against it because you think using elephants is okay. I'm with you on the point of believing that an elephant as reference is bad. I'm with you on that. However, I still think the amount of weight and pressure that would put on their legs would shatter bone. like, I agree with your point of saying, hey, we shouldn't be comparing giant reptiles to giant mammals. I'm with you on that. I still don't think they could gallop, though. That's salt water. I need to go up this ridge and get some fresh water. Even baby elephants can't run in the traditional sense. Yeah, yeah. I've seen them, yeah. I don't know. Because, like, you have to remember, these animals are, like, 60 tons in the extremes, right? These are huge animals that weigh more than some buildings, right? But I don't think that would allow them to gallop. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's a... I don't know. I just don't think that's very plausible. I mean, as Darkids could probably gallop. They could probably gallop, but they have a whole different structure for that. Thou hast returned. Hello, full stop. Welcome back. Okay. I'm kind of surprised that we've managed to make it to adulthood without dying once. We're off to a better start than we were with the Suko. That's definitely for sure. Then again, we were playing on officials with Suko, so let's see. What? Kind of like this. See if I can match the stream thumbnail skin. This is the one that I used for the stream thumbnail. No, I don't think it is. I think it's this one that I used. Maybe. We're gonna see. Was it? No. We'll figure out skins later. We'll figure out skins later. Saw a paper sauropods like a Margosaurus can gallop because they're more stable than rhinos, which also can gallop. See, smaller sauropods like that I don't doubt. But I don't know if their gallop would look exactly like, say, like a horse's or something. Brachiosaurus and Jurassic Park could stand on their hind limbs. Yes, that is true. Artemis 2, the moon mission. Yeah, we're playing until Artemis 2 launches, or until we get within the time frame of Artemis 2 launching, because I really want to watch the Artemis 2 launch. So we're playing Path of Titans, playing dinosaurs while we wait. It's a really nerdy April Fool's Day. It really is. Because it's playing dinosaurs, and I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you. Come here, Tanystrophus. But yeah, dinosaurs in space. Love to see it. Too bad I'm British. Oh, well. Brachiosaurus, but maybe... Yeah, maybe the smaller ones, but like you get up to the big guys. Yeah, I don't think it's crazy to think that the smaller sauropods could have galloped. I will say that it definitely is not going to be the big guys. You nerds, yeah. For white or brown eggs, either. I don't know. It's the same egg. No matter what. The color of it, at least to my knowledge, doesn't change too much about how the egg tastes. Because I've had both. I have some neighbors that grow or have like chickens and stuff like that, and they'll give us eggs when they have too many. We unfortunately cannot have chickens because we have other pets, and they would definitely eat them. Not that I blame them. Chicken's really good. I got dino nuggets yesterday at the grocery store. Saw them. I was like, that's a 4-pound bag of dino nuggets. I want that. And I brought it home because I say I'm fat. I'm really not. I'm the skinniest person you'll ever meet. I'm like Slender Man's second cousin. Or sibling, depending on the day and angle. Some of my family members are having a date on Natural History Museum, Piccoli. Oh, I'm jealous. Wait, Metri is an Allosaurus, right? Body. Or today is April 1st. Metri TLC is just Allo TLC April Fool's Day. Well, Metri TLC came out yesterday. So, I guess it was an early April Fool. It says albino critter. I'm not seeing... Oh, because it's all the way in the mountains. How does the game want me to get up there? Hold on. How does the game want me to get up there? What? I don't know. Humans have an Achilles tendon as a spring. Horses have a cushioning anatomy that creates energy. I know these are mammals, but do we not... do we know if sauropods had any foot mechanism like that, or what do we know? I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be a little disappointing, because you would expect someone like me to know more about dinosaur feet. I know nothing about sauropod feet anatomy. I know, for shame, for shame. Maybe if we could probably look at sauropod feet. Let me see something. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of renders of their... of like the foot bone. I'm not seeing a lot of renders with like musculature and stuff. Oh wait, hold on, here we go. It is proposed that there is a pad, or at least a soft tissue padding on the lower side of at least the hind limbs, it would say. So there is kind of like a fatty pad at the bottom of the foot on at least the hind legs, it looks like. So we know what your next dinosaur deep dive is now. Dino feet. Yeah. Research time. Oh lord. Okay, there we go. I want to check something real quick. Okay. Just wanted to check that. Okay. All right. Back on the grind. Is the albino quest still here? Do I still have the albino quest? No? Okay. Never mind. No albino questing for me. How unfortunate. Oh, man. I gotta top off on the mushroom toxin again. Oh, actually, I'm an adult now. I gotta do my abilities and stuff. Don't I? Yeah. Okay, so I want to use the toxin stuff. Alright. Increase toxin damage by 35%. Increases poison damage. 2. While it is day, increase damage resistance by 10. Okay, I want to do toxic. Front limb. Toxic slash. Claw attack that causes high damage. Deals toxic damage if you have stack of noxious. Consume stack of noxious on hit. Yes, please. So we'll do that. Hide. Putrid scales. Attackers take poison damage. Needs at least one. Okay, well, we're playing solo, so I'm doing that one. Okay, we're doing brace legs for that. Tail attack. That goes on mouse wheel. Debuff calls. Okay, there we go. And oh, we're scavenging. Oh, that's right. I could have been feeding off of the naturally spawning corpses. I could have been doing that. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my noxious level up. I'm just gonna start eating all these mushrooms. You know, now eat whatever you mushrooms you want. Hey, that's so real. So real. The M in Metri stands for Mario. That's why he's got a power up by eating mushrooms. Oh, I didn't know about that. I'll have to look back at Metri's description paper. This made us some white shoes. Huh. Very cool. Very cool. There's an unidentified marine reptile in the water, by the way. Oh, Lord. I'll keep a lookout. I'm gonna bring a mushroom with me. I'll keep an eye out. There's something... Oh, it's... Yeah, hats. Okay. Hello. I'm going over here now. Don't worry. Yes, I did swallow the mushroom I was taking so that I could eat it later, but don't worry. I'm doing a mushroom quest. There will be plenty more mushrooms for me to grab. Can I eat... Like, can I just use the mushrooms as, like, a food source? Like, I don't even have to eat meat. And just eat mushrooms and go about my day peacefully. Because if that's the case, I feel like going after, like, living prey is way too dangerous. It'd be interesting if it made you hungry, though. Okay, so now we need a Rusula. We need Rusula mushrooms. You just eat shrimp. Wow. It's kind of crazy. But very convenient for us. Very, very convenient. Here we go, Rusula. I'm gonna get grabbed by something here, watch. I'm tempting fate. Okay. Well, the unidentified marine reptile in the water did not grab me. So, I'm gonna say we're doing good. Say we're doing good. Here we go. Alright, now we need insects, and we're gonna have to go to the corpse flowers. What's the name of the place the guys go to in the movie Jurassic Park? Wild. Yeah, that's... I wonder what it could be. It was some... Oh, I just hit my mic. My apologies. It was some park. I can't remember its name. I died once. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. We're doing good. We're doing pretty good. I kind of want to go to where... okay. So after restart, it does look like a lot of people have kind of either not logged back on or have dispersed. Unidentified marine reptile is not in the river right now. At least not that I can see. So you know what? I'm going to tempt fate, and we're going to Mudflats. That's right, we're going to Mudflats, baby. Oh, look! It's Diplocolus. I'm going to eat him. The... Has anyone seen the horseshoe crab critter around Palm Islands? Is that new? No. Those have been there. I don't see them very often. I don't think other players see them very often, but the horseshoe crabs have been here for a hot minute. They were added with the rest of the crabs. Maybe it's a new spawn location, but the horseshoe crab critter itself is not new. Yeah. Don't do that. Not a Dimensionodon. Well, Diplocaulus should have thought about that before it showed its face. Shouldn't have. That's on him. Can Dead Sound's Dinosauria series compete with Prehistoric Planet? Okay, here's my thing. I think Dinosauria... Whoa! Ah, okay, so that's the unidentified marine reptile. It's a Suchikasaurus. Anyway, while I agree that Dinosauria and Prehistoric Planet are both great examples of paleomedia, I think they fundamentally are trying to tell a story in a different way. Dinosauria, and I think the ways that they tell those stories is very much how the two are differentiated, even though they're both very different aesthetically speaking, like just from the looks and sound design and stuff like that, of course. For the most part, I would say Prehistoric Planet is a great... Prehistoric Planet's great. Dinosauria is great. But I think they are not comparable because of the way that they are telling stories. And I think they can both equally be just as great as the other. So yeah. Petition to add horseshoe crabs spawns on every beach of the shore. I'm with you, yeah. I'm with you on that. Almost got, yeah. Almost got. But thankfully, I did not get got. And because I did not get got, I'm alive. Wild how that works, isn't it? Is it this skin that I was using? I don't remember what... Oh my god! Oh my god! That is a huge Tantystrophus! What is that? What are you? Oh my god, it's huge! Oh my god! That is huge! I've never seen a Tantystrophus this big. That's the alpha Tanny? Oh my god. We're probably never gonna see a Tanny as big as this ever again. Holy! Tantystrophus gigas. That's what we will name you. You are Tantystrophus gigas. That is ridiculous. The start of the dinosaurs? Yeah. For a second there, we got just a taste of what Marasuchus was dealing with on a daily basis. You had Dino Guy and Paleo Pizza fight in D&D? Yeah, it is. I did have them fight a group of Tantystrophus. Yeah, see, look, that's how big Tantystrophus is supposed to be. Like, that's a younger one. My god. See, look, there's another one. It's wild how different in size a lot of them are. Because it feels like they only increase the size of the alphas and the albinos. Someone already got to the critter. Oh, I discovered mudflats. Great. That got me some extra growth. We're just getting marks right now for a skin. I think what I want to do now is I want to bring something down. I want to go hunting. I want to go hunting. I want to get some food of my own. I want to get more marks so that we can actually wait. I should be killing those Tandystrophus for their hearts. Because I have to collect heart. Yeah, come here, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna borrow your heart for a second. There we go. The alpha critters are terrifying even when small. Yes, exactly. They're crazy animals, man. You can has the Noxus meat. That's right. That's right, I can. Monitor skin kind of looks like Walking with Dinosaurs aloe if you see the vision. I kind of see it. I kind of see it, yeah. Okay. There was another Tandystrophus. Oh, here it is. Thank you for standing up so I can see you. I really appreciate your, There we go. Okay. The Tandystrophus was the same size as the one in the dinosaurs documentary relative to size. Yeah, it really was. The corpse probably isn't there anymore, but it was that is huge. I think they've only increased the size of the alphas and the albinos. Because everything else is just normal size. Yeah, look, he's still here. The corpse is still here. Wild. I mean, we saw the giant snake. I wonder what the ocean looks like right now. I'd have to bring up a picture of the Walking with Dinosaurs Allosaurus. Just so I could probably get that skin right. Okay. I still want to cross into mud flats. I know it's crazy. Well, I've already discovered the area. Okay. You know what? We're heading west. We're going west. We're gonna go to Citrus Forest, and we're gonna make a kill. We're gonna make a successful solo kill as a Metri Canthosaurus. I'm kind of... I feel weird about the running animation. It feels really bouncy. But, I suppose it's not... It's not bad. How rare are the albino critters? Decently rare, but you'll come across them like every 20 minutes or so. Like, if you stick around it long enough, you'll find them. You'll find them a lot more often if you're traveling, though. Like, if you're walking around a lot, traveling to different POIs, you'll find them a lot. Okay. Is it this one? No. What was the skin I used for the thumbnail? I don't remember. Oh, that's right! PT has a skin. Okay, we're getting the PT skin. I'm sorry. I forgot PT had a skin for Metri. We're using the PT skin. Maybe I'll make him a little blue. Whoa. I like this one. We're gonna do this one. I'm headed to sleep now. Olympics. Alright, well, you have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you around. And it's... That's already 3. Oh, Lord. Okay, so we'll have to be fast, relatively. Is that Sachikasaurus still in here? Nope. He is not. Okay, good. Good. Or at least I can't see him. Okay. Alright, well, there's a Deinosuchus somewhere. The central waystone's been used. They didn't move the waystone indicator for where to refuel it. Oh no. Sometimes I wish I could photosynthesize. Me too. Though I don't get enough sun as is, so if I had to photosynthesize, I would probably die. Okay. I'm gonna head into Twisted Forest. Let's sit down and get my stamina back, though. Oh, we're getting the stripes on the face. Look at there. Oh, man. I think I'm gonna start trying to do collabs with other creators once I get my model. Or like collabs that aren't just, you know, Dino Guy and Paleo Pizza. Right? Not, of course, you know, love hanging out with them. They're great. We have a whole podcast together that we've been doing for over a year. If I didn't like collabing with them, I wouldn't be doing that. But, you know, just something new. Cuz like I'm always collabing with them. I just got to find people to, or find like other creators that are doing the same stuff, you know? I've been thinking about a lot of, cuz like obviously surprise surprise, I'm going to be a VTuber. So, it's not either barely sunny where I live. Ah, yeah, fair. How often do you hear people say how feathered dinosaurs look? I've never understood that sentiment, and I think it comes from a place of people who are just upset that the aesthetic of dinosaurs that grew up are just not the aesthetic of dinosaurs that we have today. Like, sorry to say, dinosaurs, all of them, or likely a majority of them, had feathers. Like, sorry, that's just how that is. They're the ones with the feathers. We can't do anything about that. We love, Sir Synapse at the yeah. That's a Spinosaurus I hear. I'm gonna go annoy him. Because I don't trust that water. I feel like there's something hiding in that water. Oh, man. Whee! Whoop. God. This skin's so beautiful. Look at that. If there's a PT skin on an animal, I'm never wearing any other skin for that animal. I see you. Spino, it's fighting. Oh, it got it. That's a. No, that's not even a Sarco. That's a Deinosuchus. That's a Deinosuchus it just got. I mean, there are other hats around here. Okay, so now I'm curious if that hats I saw a second ago was even you. I see that one. That looks like a Deinosuchus right there that's just killed a Spino. Okay. Orca. I mean, we could play the Orca mod if we were on another server. I know DB has all of the mods and stuff. The Orca mod's actually pretty cool. Divine Beasts, I will say, for all of the crap I will give them over animations and designs of models, and, you know, to be fair, a lot of the gripes that I have with their models come from older models, and they've gotten a lot better about design and animation and stuff like that. But they have always been on top of figuring out how to do really cool stuff with the Path of Titans game engine. Because they completely invented... Hold on. Did you guys see what I saw? Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm not gonna have the stamina to chase him. No, I'm not. That was poor timing. Yeah, that was poor timing on my part. Welp. But anyway, no, Divine Beast has always been really good about finding really cool stuff to do with the Path of Titans game engine. They completely invented echolocation. They, like, created echolocation for the Orca mod. That's insane. They did a similar thing with the Crytops mod as well. I think Crytops had, like, this radar thing that, I haven't played the mod in forever, so I don't know if it still has it or not, but I'd imagine it does. But it had like this whole thing where like if you stood still, you could see where players were in front of you. Now, obviously that's been moved into the base game ever since, but it probably wouldn't have been moved into the base game if Divine Beast hadn't figured out how to do it. There's a lot of other stuff that mods were, figured out to do because of the Divine Beast. Divine Beasts were the first ones to figure out how to put blood masks on stuff. So you know like how on some mods, when you eat stuff, your face gets bloody? Guess what? That's because of Divine Beast. They shared that code. Unfortunately, I don't think the blood masks still work, unfortunately, so... Huh. Okay, I need stand back. I have a feeling I'm gonna get grabbed by something, though. That is a Tyrannosaurus I'm hearing, though. I know that call. That's a T-Rex in the distance. And you know what? I'ma eat him. Crab. Okay, something's eating. Whoa. Alright, well, it looks like the Tyrannosaurs are a pair. And they have made a kill. From the looks of it. Do I dare fight a pair of Rexes? Or are they about to fight each other? No, no, those two are definitely paired. Okay. I want to see. Technique Tyrannosaurus, like, what's the point? Yeah. That's how I feel about, mixed packers a lot, too. There's something else in the water. I think I saw, like, a croc. That is a Deinosuchus, yeah. Okay, I don't think the Deinosuchus sees me. Yeah, he's a lot more preoccupied with the Rexes. Okay, cool. 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 We're good. Alright, I want to see if I can play opportunistic here. Hello, Dakota. Hello, Astrofox. Welcome in. We're currently watching an interesting standoff between a Deinosuchus and two Tyrannosaurs, and I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for an opportunity here. What is this Rex doing? Oh, it's had its leg broken. Okay. Okay, I think it does state somewhere in the rules that I can't spectate a fight because I want food or I'm going to challenge for it. So I'm gonna back off for now. Actually, you know what? You know what? I don't need food right now. I want to watch this. Hold on. I don't need food. I want to watch this. Did you hear the news to Nyxoris being invalid? Haha. I know what day it is, Astro. I know what day it is. Oh. Dinosuchus is coming back. He's coming back. Did Dino live with Rex? No, Dinosuchus was already extinct by the time T-Rex was around. Dinosuchus was long gone by the time T-Rex had shown up. Or at least, most fossils don't show that Dinosuchus lived around the time of T-Rex. Ooh, okay. There was an interesting paper that came out not too long ago though that did talk about the dietary preferences of Deinosuchus and stuff like that, and it showed that they were preferential to eating other predators instead of herbivores, or at least the ones that had been found appeared to have eaten more predators than they had herbivores. Where'd they go? There we go. I know target switching is against the rules, but if the targets are out of range, like in the case of these Tyrannosaurs to that Deinosuchus. Oh no, he's still fighting. Don't attempt the Rexes. I'm not. I'm just watching. I'm just watching. That was weird. I'll probably, just kind of move on my own way. One of these days, I'm going to jump in the water, and it's not going to be safe, and I'm going to get grabbed by something. Your oil came before dinosaurs. If oil were made from decomposed dinosaurs and plastic was made from oil, does that mean the plastic... oil is not made of dinosaurs. There is probably no oil on the surface of the planet that is made from dinosaurs. What does make oil is mostly microbes. It is stuff like cyanobacteria from the early days of single-celled life here on Earth. I know you're just memeing, but this always does get me because people will... Like, I'll have family that I haven't talked to in, like, years, and, like, we'll meet up at, like, a family gathering, like, Christmas or something, and they'll quote one of these memes to me, and I'm always the jerk being like, that's just not true. I don't know. But, I do remember doing a paper on, like, early microbial life on Earth, and, I remember it was the single-celled organisms of the Archean. Right? Is that the right? How do you say that? Archean? The Archean period, something like that. But This actually reminds me of another paper that came out recently where they found that... That's a Carno, I just heard. They found, what, all 5 canonical nucleo bases on an asteroid. And I had a conversation with someone where they were like, you can't, where, they were arguing, for, like, the existence of a god, and were like, and I'm not getting into this debate, but they were like, oh, so you came from a rock? And I'm like, well, all 5 nuclear prime, or canonical nuclear bases have been found on an asteroid, so probably yes. I've been way too active with, like, leaving comments on videos these days. Like, I think I leave, like, a solid, like, 5 comments on videos on TikTok a day. It's crazy. I have seen that my voice is popping up more often on my feed again. People are using the eyes facing forward audio once again, which is always weird. But cool. Don't tell. I saw you. Okay, so that was another Metri I just passed back there, I want to say. Okay, I'm kind of concerned about him. He could be a problem. Whoa, okay, hats. I'm not sure if that's who I think it is or not, though. Okay, alright. We're chilling. We're chilling. The hats is leaving me alone. We're chilling. We're chilling. I was absent for your Dungeons class. Wanted to be enrolled. Ah. Yeah. I'm not sure if we're doing one this week. Because, again, I'll be, like, out of town. Holidays. All that stuff. With family and whatnot. So we will cross our fingers and hope that I can do Dino class this weekend. If not this weekend, it will probably be Friday. It is okay, I figured it was. We're going to Here we go. Get myself some more mushrooms. I wonder what my Metri is seeing right now after eating all of these mushrooms. That was a mipe. I know that call. There's a mipe in the distance. Oh, mipe versus Picno. Or mipe and something else versus a Picno. Here is once again the hard part about playing mid-tier dinosaurs. Everyone is either way too small for you to consider them for hunting. That's an Aerostyon and a mipe. God, that is an awful combination. That's just constantly... I'm getting far away from that. Far, far away from that. But man, everything is either like way too big to fight or everything is way too small to even consider eating, you know? Shadow of Death stalks these woods. Indeed, indeed he does. Indeed they do, indeed they do. Man. Today's Wednesday. What am I doing tomorrow? Because I think I was gonna edit something if I didn't have anything to do. Let me very quickly pick this up. There's like 3 of them. I only saw 2. Dang. I saw a Mipe and an Aristyon. What is it's Aristyon. I think it's Areostion. I'm awful with spelling, so that might not be right. It's or Aristyon, however you want to pronounce it. It's a type of Megaraptor from South America. And they are a pain to fight in this game. They suck to fight because if you face tank them, they can't take a face tank, which means that like if you get in close, you hit them enough times, say you're a Rex or something, you're gonna get them good. Thing about them is that if you commit to a face tank, they're gonna use their like claw barrage attack, and that like claw barrage or whatever it is, that attack will stack a ton, like a metric ton of bleed on you. So like even if you get them down, the amount of bleed you have on you is usually lethal, especially if there's more than one. It is nuts. They're still body sitting? Okay, good. That means I don't have to worry about them yet. So yeah. Only knew Mipe. He lived near me. Thanks for that. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I probably haven't claimed a lot of quests, have I? Okay. So we're gonna get out of Cedrus. We're probably gonna head... We'll probably head south towards Redwoods. Redwoods is always pretty populated, from my experience. Though, it seems Redwoods was a lot more popular on day of release, but as time has gone on, I've seen a lot of players gravitate towards, like, other POIs. So... just gonna swallow that one for now. I don't want to do the nesting quest. I really don't. I hate that it takes a blue quest slot when you do that. Because I'm not going to do my... I'm not going to build my nest on every single dinosaur. Typically, on, like, officials, when I hit sub-adult, I'll throw down my nests and, like, do some of the first quests there for the growth, because you get insane... Oh. It's an Ostroraptor. He probably just came out of a home cave, so he probably couldn't attack me even if he wanted to. Well. To get free marks. That too, that too. Depends on the server. Yeah, I know. When I'm on officials, though, just get, like, free growth out of it. Okay, I'm gonna start conserving my stamina, because we're coming across things I could have hunted, but I've just been out of stamina every time. So we're gonna conserve our stamina for a bit while we're here. Probably not the best place to do it, considering there's a home cave right there. Oh yeah, I can eat this, can't I? Yeah, I can. Nice. You saw 2 titans where I just was? I kind of want to go back and fight them. Just to be, I don't know, annoying to them, I guess. I'm checking the... I'm checking the stuff with Artemis 2 right now. I want to see... Artemis 2 launch. Okay. They've boarded the rocket. The astronauts are on board the Artemis 2. They ran into the croc from before, the one targeting. Oh lord, now it's fighting. It's fighting Tyrannotitans now. But it does appear that the astronauts have been loaded onto the Artemis 2 rocket, which makes sense. They'll be going up in about 2 hours here, so they might as well go ahead and get in. Dude, this is really exciting. I'm really excited about the Artemis missions. Especially if they're planning to set up a permanent moon base, like, within the next decade. That's exciting. That's really exciting. What I don't get is that there are people complaining is like, how many people or how many schools could you have built with the amount of money that they're using to do all of this? And I'm like, guys, the military eats up like a solid 70% of the budget of this country. I don't think NASA is the one you're supposed to be getting angry about. Yeah, they've got a pretty decently sized budget, but it's like half of what they should have. I don't know. I think a lot more of the government budget needs to go to NASA. It's an exciting time for exploration. I was talking to my mom about it because my mom's a science teacher, and she is kind of the exact opposite of me in a way, because I was talking to her and she was like, "Oh yeah, I could go into a submarine at like the deepest part of the ocean." I'd be like, "I could not do that at all. I could not do, like, I'm not thalassophobic, but I would never get into a submarine. But I would go to space. I'd go to space simply because there's this emotion that astronauts describe when they get up there, when they turn around and they see the Earth, and they see that, like, everything they've ever known, every person that has ever existed has existed on that singular ball. And at one moment, everything feels so insignificant and unimportant. I'd go up just so I could feel that. Maybe insignificant and unimportant aren't the right words, but like everything, the petty squabbles of like Earth's inhabitants are pointless when you view it like that. The first crewed mission launched towards the moon in our lifetime. So yes, that's right. When none of us were really alive when the first couple moon landings, or when the moon landings were happening. Yeah. There's somewhat recent submarine events. Yeah, no. I find the ocean a little scarier than space. A little bit, but like the ocean's also somewhat predictable. What is that? Okay, screw what I said about conserving stamina. What? That, okay, giant crab. Giant crab. Giant crab. Go away. Since we're on the topic of space, what's your favorite planet? I like Venus. And I think it deserves more love than Mars. Because Venus would probably be a lot easier to terraform. Giant enemy. Giant enemy spider. Okay. Well, I've got to fight the crab. I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna bring down the giant crab. Aha! Face me! I love that they increased its size, but they did not increase its combat weight, so I'm still trampling it whenever I run into it. Whoa! Hey! Don't taunt me, crab. Scare every time you scream. Sorry. Well. There goes the crab. We got him, boys. We're making crab stew. Nice. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot they made Lakeweed look different up here in Redwoods. It's supposed to be island gigantism. I mean, this is the most inland spot on the map, more or less. Like, we're in a pretty inland corner. So I wouldn't exactly call this an island. So maybe not. I think it's just gigantism. Okay, it says there are a ton of people here, and I don't know if I believe that. Because I haven't seen anyone. You know, the pressure difference between space and a spaceship is only 1 atmosphere. Deep in the ocean, it gets much, much higher. So in a way, space sounds less scary. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about the deep ocean and going down that far. Is that you effectively put more pressure on yourself. And, like, even if you're in a submarine and you, like, open, like, a hatch to go outside, but you're still, like, submerged, like, you'll just be vaporized in a second. You're just gone instantly. Like, it's so fast your brain doesn't even register it. It's nuts. You ever read Ancient Animals? I think I started reading it when I was on a road trip, and then I realized that was a mistake because reading on a road trip is never a good idea because I always get a headache. And sure enough, I got a headache and I fell asleep. That is a Saurophaganax. That is an Allosaurus anax right there. Okay, well, that didn't give me any noxious buildup. I don't know why. Okay, it looks like there's a group of people here. Is that a turtle? Or no, that's a crab. That's Hibber, the Eurypterid. Oh. Tyrannotitan, 2 T-Rex, Anodontosaurus, Hibber. That's a Kelican. And I think there's something big in the water. Whoa! Oh, right, okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep my distance then. That sounds like they're having their own little party over there. These dinosaurs sound scientific. Siomodus, Utahraptor, Spinosaurus with a lunar. Yeah, yeah, I've seen those interpretations a bit before. Still curious where they got the Rex sounds. Probably waterfowl or something. Just a wah, 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 wah. That one? Yeah, no, that just sounds like a duck or a goose or something. Just slowed that down. Or it could be any bird, really, and I wouldn't be too surprised. Okay, so it does appear Redwoods is populated, but it is not populated by players that are, like, hunting each other. It seems like there's a carnivore truce going on up here. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. That was 3 Spinosaurus aggressive calls. Hold on. I want to investigate. I want to see what's going on. I'm nosy. That was 3 different Spinosaurus aggressive calls. Sounds like it came from up here. Oh, yeah, I hear big steps. Oh, yeah, there's something up there. Hold on, I just caught a glimpse of something. Hold on. Okay, Spinosaurus Tyrannotitan. That's a pretty lethal combination. Two animals, tails is really good. Pterosaurus pterodactyl. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that. Well, it would kind of suck if this whole POI was also just a hangout spot. I want to go somewhere where people are hunting and stuff like that. So I think we're going to head back to Cedrus Forest. Cedrus seems like a pretty decent place to be if you want like predator prey type stuff going on. So I think we're going to do that. This is a big canyon. Look at that. Oh, the roots there too. Man. No, but I'm very, very excited about what we got cooking with the model. It's not. I probably shouldn't call it a model, because calling it like a model is going to get people like, oh, it's gonna be like an actual fluid like tracking VTuber model or something. No, it's not. It's gonna end up being a PNG tuber for a while. We're gonna see how that goes. So we will see. We will see. Also, I can't wait to see all the questions as to why I chose Nanotyrannus' skull for the VTuber's face. What do you think of people who believe in conspiracy theories about the moon landings and space conspiracy theories in general? I think they're morons. Because there is so much proof that we have gone to the moon. Not only is there proof, I had someone in my grandfather's church who helped with the construction of one of the moon landing, or one of the landers. So like I knew people that had worked on it before. So and it is I'd always ask him, I was like, what do you think of people who believe the moon landing was fake? And this was like 10, 12 years ago, and the people who called the moon landing fake back then were just on the fringes of society, and everyone was like you're crazy. But nowadays it feels like they're everywhere. Like everyone's a moon landing denier for some reason. It's like, yeah, I agree that like we should not have been able to land on the moon in the 60s, but we did. It's like, you know, PNG tubers. Yeah, that's exactly what the model is going to be. I am very, very thankful to, I'm not going to say who the artist is until we have the full reveal, because I want to surprise you guys. Their art style is very good, very nice, and I think you guys will like it a lot. But they have a great art style. But when it's done, I'm not gonna be able to hide it for long. Mainly more vocal because of the internet. Yeah, I agree. I think that here's okay. This isn't exactly a hot take or a popular or a fringe idea, but I genuinely believe that there probably aren't more people alive right now that believe the moon landing was fake But these groups of people have found each other on the internet. Same with flat earthers. And are able to basically hold a microphone to their mouths because of it. Because here's the thing. A few decades ago, if there was a conspiracy theorist, they were like, the moon landing was fake, the earth is flat, there's a giant ice wall in Antarctica. If you had someone like that in your town, everyone would be like, oh, that's Crazy Steve. Well, guess what? Crazy Steve now has a computer. And Crazy Steve is on Facebook. And he's talking to other crazy people all over the country. And they're all being crazy together. And they're convincing politicians and people of their crazy ideas. I don't know. Just saying it to rage bait people. Okay, here's the thing. Do you know why rage baiting started? Because, yeah, rage baiting's been around for a while. But it is really picked up in the last few years, and I know why. It's Twitter. Twitter monetizes based off of engagement. And if you say something to get people angry, guess what? They engage with your content on Twitter. And when they do that, the person who said it makes money. So there's this big rage baiting mentality of like saying it, and there are people that do it for fun just because. That is a Barsboldia. I want to say over there. ETA for the model? I have no idea. Left for a second. We were talking about crazy people in the internet. There's a Barsboldia over here that I kind of want to nip at. You don't see me. Okay. All right, he did. Okay, we're good. We're good. But yeah, no. I don't know. There are more. If I had to give an ETA for the model though, that's not a Barsboldia. That's a Parasaur. But if I had to give an ETA for the model, I'd say within the next few weeks. It'll be a lot sooner than you think. Oh, wait. No, it's a Barsboldia and a Parasaurolophus. It's both. I see. I'm not going to be able to fight that. But I would like to try. I wish the trees falling over were louder. I recently fought a Barsboldia as a Rex, and that was not an easy fight. So part of me is telling me that this isn't going to be an easy fight if I choose to pick it. Especially with a Parasaur. That's not a winning fight. I think I'm gonna back off. It would kind of be funny, though. What time? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. You know what? You know what? It's 4 o'clock. We've just passed the 2-hour mark. I'm going to do it. I'm going to poke him. I'm going to poke him, and I'm going to fight him. Just because I want to do something stupid. I wish the trees falling down were louder. Yeah, no, I do though. Yummy Parasaurolophus. What do you think of the Planet of the Apes reboot and how it... I don't think I ever really picked it up, honestly. But I know the VFX were pretty good. Right, you know what? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh! Oh! Okay, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt. That hurt. Okay, I think they're too big to chase me down. But I'm... Okay. That probably got me some good scars, though. That's probably gonna get me some good scars, though. Oh no, they can chase me down. That's right. Herbivores can pursue until the carnivore's dead or they lose interest. Yeah, I don't think they're very satisfied on how far I ran. I gotta stay out of sight from these guys. Doing a suicide mission? Yeah, no, and we're not completing it. Okay, so there's a visual bug with these rocks. That's weird. Hold on, is this one gonna do it? Yes, it is. Look at that. They've just vanished. All right, I want to see what they're up to. They mosey on. Yeah, there they are. There's at least the Barsboldia. Parasaurs sounds like it's collecting server. What server is this? This is PT Semi-Realism. Okay, see, look, I should be able to hear that tree falling from right here, right? Like, realistically speaking, he just knocked down a giant tree over there. Why wouldn't you want to make that loud? Like, as a game developer, that feels like something that should be implemented with a loud sound so it draws other players to it. Like, other players hear it and they're like, okay. I think I'm about to get murdered. I think I'm about to get murdered. Oh, yeah, I might die here. Yeah. Good fight, though. I like the skin on one of those Ostros. That was, Ostroraptor, so, no, not a Dromaeosaur. What skin was that one guy using? Was it a variant of this one? No. One of them was using... I think one of them was using the... No. This might have been the skin one of them was using. I just... Okay, I can't even be mad about that. I think Ostroraptor is just like a really cool dinosaur. I'm okay with that. I made a dumb decision that to fight the Barsboldia and the Parasaur. It was a dumb call. I know it was. I knew it was a dumb decision when I did it. But yeah. I mean that's kind of this is one of the skins they were using. But yeah, we're watching the newest segment of the moon landing at Artemis 2 launch of the Polish television with my mom right now. She remembers the first landing. Now we're here. Yeah, we're getting a permanent base on the moon in a few years here as well. Man, Ostro's so pretty. I think they were Union Loganite. Yeah, the Union Loganite was recognized as like its own thing now. I kind of want to play a little bit of Ostro. Let me very quickly, before I decide to end stream or not, I want to see Artemis 2 live. I want to see what's... Okay, CNBC or CNBS has it going. Okay, I'm not seeing a countdown. That's unfortunate. Time is doing it. Do they have a countdown for launch yet? I guess not. That's unfortunate. Yeah, no one has a countdown because I don't think anyone's very sure on when it's gonna go up. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We will... Well, yeah, Ostro was a dromaeosaur until very recently. I kind of want the Cyno skin. Can I make this look more like Sinosauropteryx? Can I brighten this guy up a bit? Can I brighten you up? I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get with it. That's better. Huh. I kind of want to get the Cyno skin. So you know what? We're gonna play a little bit of Ostroraptor because I feel like it. And what is that? What is that? See, look, Ostros are chill with the herbivores because they know we mostly eat fish. I don't know what those capros are chasing. I don't think it'll be launching at least half an hour. Okay. Great time for me to quest on Ostro. Oh. Oh. I think they want me to kill the scorpion for him, I think. That is a huge scorpion. That's about as big as Plumoscorpius in Ark as well. Thing come from the Carboniferous? It might have. I'm fairly certain this is... By the way, there was a mirror guy up there. I'm fairly certain I'm calling to the guys that just killed me. Yeah. Looks like they're being chased by a... Are those 2 Tylosaurs? Oh, wow. Yeah, 2 Tylosaurs. Got him. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy! Holy! That's a Phaseolasuchus right there. That's what that is. What dino are you? We're playing Ostroraptor at the moment. Oh my good god! Looks like the other Ostros are helping. Oh, good lord, this thing is huge. Ow! Ow! He nipped a bit of my tail. It's a group effort. There we go. It's a critter, so I think we've got ourselves a truce. Oh, unless we don't. You know what? Yeah, I'll hang with you guys. Why not? Why not? I'm gonna take that so I can eat. There we go. I had no idea they had Phaseolasuchus in pot. It's what it looks like, doesn't it? What's up? Do I tell them that I was the Metri that they just slayed? Are these guys on PC? One of them is. Okay, Phoenix is on PC. On the looks of it. Okay. All right, we're gonna hang with these guys, I guess. By the way, Fasolo means bean in Polish. The name sounds funny to me. Oh. Well, I dropped the piece of meat that I had. That's unfortunate. Don't take that out of context. There we go. Man. I'm hearing other footsteps to my sides. Yeah, it sounds like something else is going on. To the south, I want to say, actually. Oh, that sounds like the Barsboldia is fighting something. That's definitely Bars fighting over there. Where are they going? Are they going to the home cave? I think they are. Yeah, they are. Huh. You know what? Little loser lizard. Ah, man. Did you die to the bars as a Metri? I just came back? No, thankfully I didn't. We died to Ostroraptors, and I am now grouped with the Ostroraptors that killed my Metri. I wanted to get on Ostro because I wanted to kind of run around and quest on it a little bit longer before we hopped off. So, that is what we're doing. I got lizard. We can get my health back. I don't need to see. Applies a random status effect for reactive coat to activate. Reactive coat stores inflicted status effects for abilities. Effects will dissipate after being hit 10 times in succession. If reactive coat is removed by getting hit, coat will cool down for a minute. Okay, they're leaving, and I've got to follow them. Okay, I think once we hit around probably 4:25, 4:30, I think I'm gonna end stream there. That'll be my my cutoff for stream, so I can catch the launch. Ooh, that sounded interesting. That is a baby Tyrannotitan. What is this doing? This ain't Metri? I know it's not Metri because our Metri died to Ostroraptors, and I was reminded how cool the Ostroraptor mod is and that I haven't played it enough. So, let's go gambling. Yeah, gambling. Oh, man. What are they launching again and where? They're launching from Florida, I want to say. And they will be launching off in about an hour here. Might as well pull the stream up on my second monitor just to double check. Check with CBS. It looks like a lot of the cameras are down at the moment. That's a Thylasodromeus I'm hearing in the distance, I believe. Yeah, so most of the footage seems to watch it from NASA's stream on YouTube. Okay, it looks like they've been loaded. Okay, yeah. It's had about an hour. Oh, hey, look, it's the Tyrannotitan again. Okay, yeah. Alright, well, you know what? Streamlink, look up Artemis 2 launch on YouTube. You will find it very quickly. But you know what, chat? I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. This has been a pretty good stream. I like Metri's abilities, even if, you know, I didn't get to use them a ton. I thought it was fun. It's a nice TLC, good playable. The model looks 10 times better. I'm actually gonna tell these guys. Gonna dip to watch the Artemis 2 launch. Catch y'all around. Okay. But anyway, yeah, happy April Fool's to everyone, and I hope you guys have a good rest of y'all's day. Thank you everybody for hanging out, having a oh, the third Ostro left them earlier to do the same thing. Wow. Okay. Well, you guys have a great rest of y'all's day. I will see you guys later this week, possibly on Friday for maybe a Dino class or something else. We will see. With all that being said and done, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great rest of y'all's day, great rest of y'all's week. Stay safe, have fun, all that good stuff. I will catch y'all later. Bye.